examination system is getting its biggest technology overhaul in years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced a high-powered task force to recommend how India's public examination can become leak-proof, transparent and technology-driven. And the person leading it is Nandan Nilekani, the man best known for creating Aadhaar and helping shape much of India's digital public infrastructure. The announcement comes after one of the biggest crises to hit India's examination system in recent years. Alleged NEET paper leaks triggered nationwide protest, a prolonged hunger strike by activist Sonam Wangchuk, the resignation of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, and forced the government to promise sweeping legal reforms. Now, instead of focusing only on punishment, the government says it wants to fix the system itself. So why has Nandan Nilekani been chosen? What exactly will this task force do? And could technology finally make paper leaks a thing of the past? Hi, I'm Nupur and you are watching Control Z, your cheat code to navigating adulthood. First, let's look at what the government has actually announced. In a video message addressed to the students, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the centre has constituted a high-powered national task force on examination reforms. According to the Prime Minister, the committee has one clear objective: to recommend reforms that make India's examination system more secure, more transparent and more credible, with technology playing a central role. The Prime Minister also said the government intends to act quickly on the panel's recommendation so that future examinations can be conducted with greater public confidence. Now, this announcement, as one may know, comes after weeks of political and public pressure. Alleged irregularities in competitive examinations triggered protests across several parts of the country. Student organizations demanded accountability. The protests later gathered support from social activist Sonam Wangchuk, who remained on a hunger strike for almost 26 days before ending it after receiving written assurance from the government on examination reforms. Over the past week, the government has announced fast-track courts, promised stricter punishment for examination fraud, and now unveiled this long-term reform panel. In other words, the government's response has moved from crisis management to system redesign. So why Nandan Nilekani? Because if the government's objective is to build a secure digital examination system, few people in India have more experience designing technology at national scale. Nilekani was the founding chairman of UIDAI, the authority that created Aadhaar. Today, Aadhaar has become the backbone of digital identity for more than 1 billion Indians. He has also been one of the strongest champions of India's digital public infrastructure, or DPI, the technology ecosystem that supports services such as digital identity, digital payments, and secure public platforms. Although he never ran NPCI, he played a major role in promoting the broader architecture that enabled platforms like UPI to scale across the country. His influence extends well beyond Aadhaar. He chaired the RBI's high-level committee on deepening digital payments. He served on government technology advisory groups that helped shape the architecture of major public digital platforms, including GST-related systems. He has also advised on the Indian energy stack, worked with the judiciary on the adoption of artificial intelligence, and now adds another responsibility to that list, that is to rebuild India's examination infrastructure. Now, this is not a one-man committee, of course. The government has deliberately brought together experts from different fields. Former ISRO chairman S. Somnath brings expertise in mission-critical engineering and system reliability. Former Intelligence Bureau Director Tapan Dheka adds experience in security and threat assessment. IIT Madras Director V. Kamakoti contributes expertise in technology and higher education. Former Education Secretary Anita Karwal brings policy and administrative experience. Senior bureaucrat Amritlal Meena, known for large-scale public infrastructure projects, completes the panel. The composition of the committee suggests the government sees paper leaks not simply as a policing issue but as a technology governance and security challenge. So, what exactly is this committee expected to do? Well, its mandate goes beyond investigating individual cases. Instead, it has been asked to examine the entire examination process. That includes how question papers are created, how they are stored, who gets access to them, how they are transported, how examination centers are monitored, and how digital technology can reduce opportunities for organized fraud. The government has not yet released the committee's detailed terms of reference, but officials have indicated that the focus will be on structural reforms, stronger digital systems, and technology-enabled safeguards that improve transparency and reduce human intervention wherever possible. At the same time, the government is also changing the law. On Monday, Parliament is expected to take up the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026. The proposed amendments would strengthen the existing law by introducing harsher punishments for organized examination fraud. They also provide for time-bound investigation, fast-track trials, and special courts to ensure quicker action against those accused of paper leaks. So, while the task force is expected to prevent future leaks, the new law is designed to punish those responsible when they occur. Now, what does all this mean for ordinary students? Well, for millions of students preparing for examinations such as NEET, JEE, QET, UPSC recruitment examinations, and other national tests, the biggest issue is not just whether papers leak. It is whether they can trust the system actually. Every cancelled examination means months of preparation loss. Every leaked paper raises doubts about fairness. And every delay affects admissions, recruitments, and careers. If the committee's recommendations succeed, students may eventually see stronger digital security, better monitoring of examination processes, and more reliable systems that reduce the chances of large-scale fraud. But whether those reforms work will ultimately depend on how quickly they are implemented and whether institutions can actually execute them effectively. The bigger picture is this. Over the past few weeks, the government's response has unfolded in 4 stages. First came the arrests, then fast-track courts, then tougher laws, and now an attempt to redesign the examination system itself. By appointing Nandan Nilekani, the government is signaling that it believes the long-term solution is not just stricter punishment, but better technology and stronger institutions. Whether that restores the confidence of millions of students is likely to be one of the biggest tests of India's education system in the years ahead.